Okay. Look, I'm a big believer in ripping the Band-Aid off, so I'm gonna get right to it. The play next year is Europe. That's your path to the NBA.
That's mis- Wait, you're not kidding. Europe?
Mm-hmm.
No. The play is college. It's always been college.
Plans change, MP.
No, I did everything. Everything I was supposed to. I'm ranked. I have scholarships. Why are we changing the plan now?
Listen, you did an amazing job these past few months. But the problem is that you came into the game too late. You have too much ground to make up for, and you can't do that in college, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Mr. Kelly. I'm starting to wonder if you should be my agent.
All right. Can I make my case?
The floor is all yours.
Okay. You can answer questions in Europe that you can't answer in college. Questions that NBA GMs need answers to if they're going to draft you. And most importantly, you can answer them next year. College is at minimum a 2-year plan. You've got too many established players ahead of you to hit as a freshman, and every year you don't get drafted, your odds of getting drafted plummet.
Okay. I want to see what you see. So, walk me through it.
The biggest question facing 80% of players entering the draft is whether they have an NBA body. You go to Europe, play against grown men, you've answered that question.
Still not seeing it. What else you got?
You can prove you don't have character issues.
Man, I was late to one game.
And got suspended for the biggest game of the only season you have played in competitive club league ball. It's not fair, but it's out there. You go to Europe, you can prove that you play with a professional work ethic, and now you've answered another question, a big one.
Okay. So I'm behind. How do I make up all this ground?
In Europe, you'll devote every waking minute to basketball while your peers are back home sweating out midterms. That's a huge advantage. And not for nothing, but the salary in Europe is way better than any NIL you're
The
getting.
only money I care about is the NBA money. I'm not trying to fumble that bag because the NIL isn't good enough.
I make a percentage of your salary, MP. I'd be a fool to do anything that jeopardizes your NBA career.
That's a good point. I have nothing.
Look, we live in a world with Wemby, Luka, and Giannis. Scouts know how to evaluate what you're doing overseas. And by the way, you wouldn't be the first American to do this either. Ask LaMelo if he regrets skipping college.
Do I have any offers?
2 of them. I wouldn't bring this to you on a whim. The first one is from Basket Madrid in the Spanish National Champions League, the most competitive league in Europe. If you thrive over there, you are guaranteed to get drafted.
Okay, so what's the other one?
Paris FC Basket in the French Basketball Super League. They got a lot of first-round prospects this year. Outplaying them will cement your spot on any GM's draft board.
I'm not gonna hold you. I like how those sound.
Plus, I'm hiring a professional videographer to chronicle it all, so GMs will see everything you do. Look, I know it's not what you pictured, but if you're honest with yourself, I think you'll know it's the right move.
When you're saying all of that, it makes sense in my mind. But, not gonna lie, it doesn't feel great.
Well, it'll feel a lot better when you hear your name called on draft night.
Okay? Okay.
Okay.
I'm in. I just hope you know what you're talking about, Mr. Kelly.
Well, what's it going to be? France or Spain?
Let's see. Bonjour, it's me, MP, and I'm coming to you live from France. And this is the very first episode of Out of Bounds, the web series that takes you behind the scenes of my basketball journey. And helping me film these videos is my main man, Xander Jones, our in-house filmmaker. Xander, come talk to the people.
Hey, I'm Xander. I'll be helping out MP with his social media content.
All right, get out of here. But Xander, you got any questions for your boy?
Yeah, how are you adjusting to life in France so far?
Woo, man, listen, I just got here yesterday. So I've basically unpacked my clothes, and that's it.
That's fair. When did you start hooping?
I'm actually about to head to the gym for my first practice with Paris FC Basket. I'm gonna meet my teammates, my coaches, and I'm just really looking forward to it all.
All right, after you settle in, what are you looking forward to the most about living in France?
I know it, but whatever. The food. My dad's an amazing chef, and he gave me this whole list of stuff I gotta try.
All right, well, what's on it?
Man, this thing is in categories, bro. I barely know how to say this stuff. But we got beef bourguignon, coq au vin, ratatouille, and cassoulet. He's got like 75 cheeses on the list and all kinds of breads.
Man, that sounds like a serious list.
Oh yeah, my dad does not play when it comes to his food. But that all comes later, because I came here to prove myself against the best NBA prospects in France, and everything takes a backseat to that goal.
Bet that. Sounds like you're in for some exciting times out here.
And you're all along for the ride with me, so can't wait. Are we done? Yeah.
Yeah, you know, when I think we have enough, I'll give you a cut signal. I'll just straight up say we're good.
Oh, right. You said that before. My bad.
Nah, bro, look, don't sweat it. You know, you're doing great, bro. Your personality is really coming through, and that's what's gonna hook people. You know, they'll come for the basketball, but they want to get to know you, as a person. So,
Luckily, I'm a yapper, so.
I could definitely see that. You got any plans for after practice?
Rest and recovery, really. I got my first game coming up in a couple of days, so I'm like, I gotta be ready. Yeah.
and go! Let's move, let's move! Full speed, come on, let's go!
I got Bucky that time.
Cheaters never
Cap,
win.
no, I got him. Hey, is all the practices this intense?
The first part, yes. Then we do more plays and things of that nature. Then more conditioning. Then more plays. It keeps going on and on like this.
Man, I gotta tell you something. Back home, captains usually come a bit more serious, but I like you. You're funny.
This is not a joke. We have to have peak fitness to compete. Like football.
Let's huddle
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
let's go, let's go!
I understand.
This is professional life. We make practice difficult so that the games are easy.
Fourth quarter's winning time, boys. But it's also when you're the most exhausted. To win, we gotta be the fittest team on the court. All right, so we're gonna do a scrimmage that simulates late game exhaustion. Short shot clock, full court, all out hustle. I want you moving faster than Busta Rhymes raps, all right? Let's go, let's go!
Hey, Cap, does Coach know Busta Rhymes or something?
No.
Weird.
Here's today's weather report. I got it. Rain,
Get them. Down three. I'm through. What's the pitch? Use it. Yep. Turn it out. Use that. Up. Way to grab it. Don't let him shoot that. Back up. Hey, yo, right here. Come on. Watch outside. Ball.
How'd I miss that?
Yep. Close again.
Okay, that's slipped out of my hands. Stay there. Hey, right there. Yo, watch it. Who's watching it? Hey, yo, right here. Shot. Stack that board. Grab that board. Screen. Go. Get there. Stay. Sit on it. I got ball. Good boy. Oh. Ball. Here we go. Get a good look, Aldo. Good look. Ball, shot. Way to get it. Conditioning is not optional, people. All right? Okay. We're going to work on sideline out-of-bounds plays, a staple of late-game offense. These have to be executed to perfection to be successful, which is especially hard when you're tired. Let's go! Move it, MP! Get to your spot now! Come on! Play tough! Play tough! Ah, God. You're not in high school anymore, MP! You gotta play tough here! Let's go! Bang that! Bang that!
Cap, was that dude raised by a pack of wolves?
What do you mean by this?
I mean, it feels like a pack of animals just ran through me.
He's a good guy to have on your side. Doesn't talk much, but loyal.
To you, maybe.
We need to know these plays backwards and forwards, MP. You're not Dr. Dre. We're not gonna wait 16 years for you to release Compton.
What you mean, Coach?
You need to move quickly, without hesitation, like Lil Wayne releasing his mixtapes at his peak.
Better.
Okay, good, let's do it.
Coach Graves makes confusing hip-hop metaphors from 30 years ago.
Does he know that, though?
I don't think so.
Let's line them up!
All right, first game coming up later today. Walk us through it, MP.
Ooh, okay, we're taking on Nanterre. I hope I said that right. But, it's led by Benoit Lambert, a projected second rounder. He's a stretch big who can knock it down from outside.
I feel you. All right, well, obviously you're looking to win this game, but as someone with an eye on the NBA draft, how does that affect your approach?
My approach never changes. I compete as hard as I can and I play to win. But when you go up against another draft prospect, you have an opportunity. You know, you gotta give the scouts a one-to-one comparison. So, if I'm outplaying this guy on the same court, in the same game, and he's projected to go second round, what does that make me?
Makes sense. How has practice been so far?
Tough. These guys really get after it in scrimmages, but it's gonna make me a complete player. Someone any NBA team could use.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think we got what we need.
Nice. Look, I'm not gonna complain on tape, but bro, these practices are killing me. Oh, God, these Euro dudes, I don't get it. They love to hack, and somehow the conditioning programs are even crazier.
Yeah, I was about to say, man, you do look a little rough. You feeling all right?
I'm a little beat up, to be honest with you, and I'm extremely sore, but I gotta find a way to push through it.
Yes, sir. It's just an adjustment. You be all right.
Yeah. Just, you know, this kind of stuff, just make sure we keep it off of socials, all right?
No, of course, man. We in this together. We only gonna show the world what you want them to see.
Yeah. That's good.
What's
Xander,
up?
I need help up. I got you. Yep.
Yes, sir.
And a twilight view of the skyline of Paris, casting its reflection on the River Seine. Good evening and welcome. We have FPSL action coming your way here on 2K Sports. Nanterre versus Paris. I'm Blake Suniga, joined by Tim Swartz and Brian Banapateni. We should have a fun one here.
The FPSL season is young, and so is the talent here in Paris. I'm excited to see how Benoit Lambert looks this year, as well as the newcomer, MP.
MP, the latest American to jump over and join Paris FC's roster, and not an easy transition, fellas.
No, not at all, Blake. But this is the path MP chose. And we'll find out very quickly how he stacks up against some of the best young talent that France has to offer. And a lot of great talents on the floor in this one. The big name has to be Benoit Lambert, really a guy that could play in the NBA one day.
For a three, Elitch. And Lambert pulls it down.
I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Look good here, too. I'm as shocked as you.
Count that bucket.
Oh, nice, great touch from Peltier.
Here's Paris. Well, we don't know if Lambert has any intention to head over the pond to play in the United States, but the skill is certainly there.
Well, he's so young, but already has a claim as one of the best shooters in all of Europe. Very easy release, can hit shots with a hand in his face. He's the star on this Nanterre team, and he's got a bright future.
But something that's interesting, when you kind of think about it, is the fitness level of these players, the professional level. It's something else. You don't realize how demanding the game is until you're here.
Everything is faster, and you have to push your body to match it. For young guys like MP and these other prospects, that can be a very tough adjustment.
Back to Marchand.
And he's going up for the hoop here.
Elevation! Marchand does that with the best of them.
And we're about 2 minutes into the first quarter.
Marks defending. And it's Nanterre with the rebound. And so many of the prospects here in France dream of representing Les Bleus on the international stage.
The French national team is as great as it's ever been. You look around this league and the level of prospects here and going into the NBA is as strong as any nation.
Clock is at 3.
Peltier, no good. Portier, followed by Marchand. Pass to Dumont. Over Peltier. Paris FC basket with another miss. Now here's Chauvet. Covered by Portier. Out of bounds, it'll be Paris ball.
You gotta ask, where was he going with that pass? Awful turnover.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. From outside, off the mark.
And here we see the debut of MP, a guy who made his way over from Vermont in the United States.
Yeah, I'm a little interested to watch MP. He's looking to try and carve out a path to becoming a professional player, either here in Europe or back in the NBA. His agent urged him to come to France and develop his game. I really like that shot from Chauvet, forced the defense to guard all 3 levels, including the mid-range.
And it's in.
Yeah, anytime the shot comes from that range, the offense has done its job.
And Lambert with the slam.
Oh, maestro. He is so good at making those lead passes.
Now Portier.
He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Launches it, screens it from beyond the arc.
Shooting with no hesitation. You just have to admire MP's confidence in firing off the catch.
Now here's Lambert. Shot is off by Marchand.
You know, one thing for a lot of these young players, this is the first time they're going up against grown men.
The level of strength is something you cannot prepare for. When you face off against players that do this for a living, it's a little bit different than in youth programs.
A three-pointer has to be his best friend today, no question.
It has been today, anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
Three-pointer's a nice friend to have.
Now here's Marks.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Good work defensively by Zadirko.
Inside.
A kick out to Dumont. And Paris, another triple.
It must be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense will be there for them.
And that concludes the first quarter of play.
Paris. And welcome back as we get set to start the second quarter here in Paris. Nanterre making a change here. Here's Bleu.
second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far.
Back to Peltier.
6 to shoot. Fires from the line. He squares up and sinks it.
And for the young players like NP joining this team, they're trying to find their role in the rotation.
It's not always easy, how to fit in here in Europe. It's a really high level of play. It's especially difficult for those like MP who come from overseas.
Nanterre trailing. Pass to Lambert. Peltier with it. He's picked up by Dumont. Lambert's shot is good.
Well, everybody knows that Lambert can do work outside, but what you might forget is he's got no trouble scoring inside as well.
And that one good.
The defender clearly wasn't anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
Here's Bluff. And he stuffs it in. What a pass to set him up.
Nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And they definitely need to get going. They wouldn't mind shaving a few more points off the lead right away.
Yeah, starts with defense here.
Yeah, if the defense keeps giving up soft buckets like that, it won't be a lead for long. Trust me, guys.
And the coach of this Paris FC team, Wayne Graves, he worked his way through the ranks. He would spend some time as an assistant coach in the NBA before relocating to Europe.
No doubt. Graves is an American coach, and that shows up a bit in the sets he draws up. But at the end of the day, he's proved that he knows his X's and O's.
Three-pointer.
A rebound by Vasseur. Another three for Paris.
As MP continues to develop, he just becomes more consistent from deep.
Peltier with it. Lambert.
Offline from the top of the key jumper.
Chauvet covering.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good, and it'll go to the line.
And what a tough finish. MP just powering through it all and getting it done.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
Here's Marchand. Screen by Lambert.
Poked away.
And here's Illich.
Lets it go. And they cash in right away with a quick shot.
And as they continue to dominate, you wonder just how much higher this lead might get.
And it really could get out of hand because their defense has been just as excellent as their offense.
Great overall game.
Here's Marchand. Pass to Chauvet.
To halt the run.
Offensive rebound. Peltier outside.
6 on the shot clock.
Lambert's shot is good. And without a doubt, the star of this Nanterre Elite team is Benoit Lambert. He can shoot the lights out, fellas.
And we've talked about Lambert's shooting, but he has a polish to his game that you rarely see from players this young. It's a big reason why scouts are so excited to see him develop.
To the paint, Zadirko, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Wow, Zadirko with 3 key words. Get off me.
Outside Chauvet. Up top Marchand. Peltier.
No good with the triple. Knocked it down right at the buzzer.
That's a shot he'll never forget. As dramatic as they come.
Showing everyone he's got that knack for the big moments. The bigger, the better.
Good to have you back with us for this matchup between Nanterre Elite and Paris FC Basket. The second half just getting underway. But one thing we can be sure of, there will be plenty of scouts in the stands for all of these games.
Yeah, the French league is a hotbed for talent, and scouts from all over will be watching. There's a chance several of these players make the jump to a bigger club, or even, dare I say, the NBA.
Yes, it's good.
Great ball movement from Nanterre Elite. Marchand, the forward, with the assist.
And they're making this a runaway.
Yeah, the only question here for us to follow is how big the lead will eventually become. Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
That signature move.
And he does it as well as anyone. I mean, just tremendous skill in the air.
Now here's Chauvet.
All for three. The shot, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Lucky he was off.
I hope that was a mistake by the D, because if that's how they play McCartan, they're going to have some problems. Just a huge scoring night for MP. Every time he has a game like this, MP gets that much closer to his dream of making it to the NBA.
LTA, no good. Portier outside.
Over a minute and a half into this third quarter action. And Elitch with the dunk.
And Bogey Elitch might not be the player he once was, but he can still be a factor.
And the burst he used to have is replaced by his leadership on the floor. Much like his twin brother Lazar, who plays for Madrid, Elitch is a guy who has found success throughout the years and knows how to win.
Marks no good.
Puts up a three. Knocks down the three ball.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been by design or by accident, but either way, it's been impressive.
Maybe the coach just went up to the locker room chalkboard and just put a number 3 out there.
Now here's Marchand.
Solid shot from a distance of about 14 feet.
Nice work sticking it from the mid-range area. Marchand focuses on taking high percentage shots that come within the offense.
Here's Portier.
He's got 5. Lets the three fly. Drills it from outside.
He's found his rhythm here in the third. You can see his confidence. Everything he's putting up from long range seems to be falling.
Here's Lambert. And a great assist that time by Marks.
You just can't say enough about his individual performance so far, even if the all-around team effort has been lacking.
Down low. Here's Zadirko. Soft touch off the glass.
Well, at just about 250 pounds, Zadirko can be a wrecking ball in close.
Pass to Marchand. Peltier outside. Marks.
Right wing.
Three-pointer Chauvet.
No good.
And so far, we've seen MP getting the better of Lambert out there. Are you guys surprised?
Well, a lot of scouts came here to watch Lambert do his thing, but MP has been the star of the show so far. There's no denying that.
Clock at 6.
Zadirko a screen. And Paris another triple.
And their shooting percentage continues to climb in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been in total sync since the break. Good team basketball, and it's resulted in high-quality shots.
Very good adjustments at the half.
Now here's Peltier.
To the middle.
Lambert. And the jam by Lambert.
Well, at almost 7 feet tall, Lambert can certainly hammer it home, especially when he's given ideal position.
Well, the captain of his Paris FC group, the methodical Pierre Dumont.
And Dumont is kind of the guy who always keeps his cool on the court, never gets rattled, and does all the little things.
Peltier outside. And it's Portier with the rebound. Outside for Elitch. Dumont on the wing.
Let's go with a 3.
Another 3 for Paris.
He's setting this place on fire. His shooting has been off the charts.
And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already.
Paris FC basket ahead.
Running away with this one. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter.
And we welcome you back to Paris. The two teams are all set as we get this fourth quarter going. Here's Blood, and he dunks it down.
Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up, he gets up.
He gets up.
You could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
Here's Beaumarchais. Pass to Lambert. Cat. Here's Blais. Mad grabs the board. Here's Paris.
To the inside. Here's Leduc. Banked in off the glass.
An example of some fine interior passing before that basket.
Lambert's shot is good.
They thought they had Lambert stopped.
Now called Paris.
Another shot.
And the basket by Vasseur.
He's got a great read of where that miss was going, and that enabled him to be the first guy to it and get the putback. I like to see that hustle.
Now here's Marks. Shot is off by Marchand. Outside Chauvet.
Shot clock at 5.
Basket good off the assist from Lambert.
What a find right there by Lambert. Passes like this shows how unselfish he can be.
Now Paris FC basket with it.
Jacks up a 3.
Marchand with the rebound. Outside Marks. Peltier.
Off target from outside. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now.
Marks defending.
The three-pointer is on target.
I mean, it's pretty simple at this point. They cannot afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Lambert.
And he makes that one.
Using his size to his advantage. I like whenever Lambert crashes the boards.
Here's the 3. Drops in the tray.
They've been able to depend on his offense all game, guys, and he is not wasting any chances.
And if they want to make things even easier on themselves here late in the game, just keep feeding him the rock.
Good on the bucket.
We're seeing a big night from Lambert, and with every bucket, that draft stock goes up. The combination of size and shooting is tantalizing.
Here's Blanchet.
Out to the wing.
Another 3 for Paris.
He just keeps on going. He's got more points than anybody else out there.
Now here's Marchand. It's Peltier on the wing. Screen by Lambert. Good chance here for Peltier. The kick out to Chauvet. Marchand. The rebound by Vasseur. Marks defending.
And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure of that this way.
Yeah, they're not taking any chances. This is how you close a game out.
Just look how happy their coach is.
Now here's Marchand.
No good from outside.
Even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Yeah, as a coach, you can't stand seeing him have that much space to get his shot off.
Nailed from three-point land.
Since the start of the fourth, Brian, that three-point shot has really been there for them.
Yeah, doing an excellent job finding the open man on the perimeter this quarter, and the three-pointer has been a weapon of mass destruction for them right now.
Boom.
And that'll do it. Paris FC coming away with the win. A nice showing from the young team.
Everyone knew this Paris team could be young, but I think they turned some heads with how far along they are in their development.
A lot to like here from Paris. You know, the debut of MP gives their fan base hope for the season.
I'll be interested in how he develops over the year because he can clearly be an impact player for Paris, and they could be a dangerous team as the season goes on.
And that about does it, folks. For Tim Swartz, Brian Banafitemi, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Blake Suniga saying thanks for watching.
Thanks for joining us.
No problem. Happy to be here.
How are you adjusting to the level of competition in France? It's a big step up from high school, yes?
Yeah, for sure. I'm playing against professionals now. They're physical and they know how to use that strength. They're smart as well. They just process the game much quicker. But that's what I wanted. I'm here to become the best player I can be, and to do that, you have to go up against the best comp. You can't find this anywhere else.
Okay, so despite the adjustment, you managed to outplay Benoit Lambert. Was that a focus for you tonight?
Yeah, my focus is always going to be on winning. I've made no secret that I want to play in the NBA, so I know that Benoit is a big-time prospect here, but I'm here to work on my game, become the best player I can be, and help my team get wins.
Thank you, MP.
You're welcome.
MP, I want to put a little something in your ear, okay?
Yeah, go ahead, I'm listening.
All right, now I know we're here to work on your draft stock, but I saw your post-game interview the other day, and I don't think you should talk about the NBA with the press that much.
What you mean?
Same goes for your social videos.
Wait, I'm just being honest out there. Like, I don't understand what that has to do with the management. You even said that it was okay in the contract negotiations.
No, look, I'm not worried about management. I'm worried about your teammates. They might not like a constant reminder that you see them as a stepping stone.
But that's not true.
I know. But you've got a lot to gain if this team is successful. Paris doesn't have an automatic berth to the EBA championships, but playing well in that tournament would be huge for your draft stock.
No, yeah, you're right. I hear you, Austin, 100%.
Okay, good. Look, but other than that, you're doing an outstanding job, okay? You came here to outplay top prospects, and you're doing it. So nice work.
I appreciate that, Austin.
All right. Talk soon.
Yep.